I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark. Hi everyone, happy Scorpio full moon. Getting your readings posted up. Wanted to take a moment to let you know that the April Spring Special is still going on until the end of this month, until the 30th of April. So take advantage with this full moon reading. If you would like to get your ego soul reading, that is your Western astrology, your moon sign, your Sabian symbol, when you were actually born. All of that is really important because you want to see what actual phase the moon was in when you were born, and what is the vibratory frequency of your emotional state as it relates to your intuitive sense and your Vedic astrology. And so your Vedic astrology is going to look at that, as well as the nakshatra of your moon, which is going to really give you greater insight for these readings. So people are taking advantage of that. That's awesome. This is very important at this particular time. We're talking about Aries vernal spring season and this Scorpio full moon season, which is about this rebirth, this regeneration, so that we shed everything that's old, moving into the new. That being said, the energies for the particular celestial combinations and conjunctions and transits that are occurring now, that I'll go into a little bit in your reading. Of course, we focus on the lunar energies. And so generally for your collective celestial unconsciousness of your moon sign, we'll talk about it. But it's more of an upgrade now, I would say, from who you have been and what you have been working with to manifest what your initiatives are. Okay, from the Aries new moon wishes for the new moon in Aries that were just posted for the new moon reading. So if you want to go back and look at that, go to greatmotherspeaks.info underneath the vlog tab to see your suggested new moon readings from your new moon reading in Aries. We're going to follow that through to this full moon and look at what Great Mother is saying about the rebirth and regeneration that is occurring as a result of that seed being planted for you at this time. Now, they were suggested, and so you'll have your own new moon wishes, or you probably don't have any at all. If this is your first time watching Great Mother Speaks, we are looking at how we can experience our divinity as children of the Great Mother, Father God, by utilizing the energies within us. We are made of stardust in order to always stay in the reality that we are dearly loved children of the Great Mother, Father God, who are never condemned or left alone. That is often taken away from us when we especially experience alienation or estrangement from our birth mother. I specialize as a life coach in mama drama trauma, and so this channel is really designed as a supportive tool. It gives supplemental information and tips to my clients and people who may have mama drama trauma or love those who do. My particular brand of it is that I was born to a very loving woman, as all of us are. She expresses her love in various ways, which we see throughout the deck, the various gods and goddesses. We all have our own unique combination of energy as children of the Great Mother, Father God, as my mother did. Excellent mother, the best. As an adult, I experienced a woman who developed a severe addiction to alcohol. And this is where the onset of my MDT took hold, okay, as an adult woman. And so I have had both worlds, and the individual that is my mother is a stranger to me. I don't know who that person is. I am open to healing that relationship as I have healed myself, and I have assisted others in healing their mama drama trauma. There may be closure in this lifetime, there may not be, but I am continually learning the lessons. And as it relates to this full moon in Scorpio, the rebirth and regeneration for me has had to do with upgrading my particular brand of loving detachment to being even more open to reconciliation. I don't feel that it will occur. There has been no indication of that other than in my interior space, Great Mother speaking to me that for my emotional health, balance, and clarity in my life moving forward, it's very important that I open my heart and expand my heart more to that possibility, as opposed to staying in the protective mode of, okay, I'm okay, I've accepted this is the reality, I'm moving on with my life. Okay, and so Great Mother continues to work with us throughout our lives. This is what I'm seeing with clients and readings that I've been doing about this full moon energy coming up. And so for your reading, you will get a recap on the suggested 5 wishes from the Aries new moon coming forward to this Scorpio full moon. I want to also let you know that Uranus is leaving Aries from its 7-year transit into Taurus on the 15th of May, which is also the new moon in Taurus. So this particular lunar cycle from Aries new moon to Taurus new moon is very, very important, because we're going to begin to have a real soul unction to seed what the desires we have been working on, how we have identified ourselves over the last 7 years. So again, just using myself as an example, how I've re-identified myself as someone who has survived MDT and now has been supporting others to live in loving detachment from their mother so that they can heal their own MDT. Now with Uranus moving into Taurus, it's about seeding that, planting that as a value in your life, and the financial benefits of that, the physical experience of that. Okay, I'm getting more interaction with people. For example, with the Mama Drama Trauma Support Group, you can go to the link on online bookings if you want to become a part of that. Anyone can be a part of that on Monday and Sunday and Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So much going on, see? And for you, it's probably a lot going on as well with this transition from Aries into Taurus. So I want to let you know that with that, even though Scorpio is in its full moon phase, your particular moon sign may be in its waning crescent phase or its balsamic moon phase. It may be in its first quarter moon phase during this lunar cycle from Aries new moon to Taurus new moon. Okay, Scorpio is in full moon phase. Okay, if you're Capricorn, you're waning crescent. You know, Sagittarius, well, a smaller waning crescent. You know, and et cetera, et cetera. And so I'm going to start talking about how those energies affect your reading, because I'm seeing through the readings that I'm doing that really also has a tremendous effect on present real-time issues, which is what we address each new and full moon reading. I also want to let you know that because this is the reading before Mother's Day, that I will continue the special for those of you who are mothers or who are experiencing mama drama trauma and want to have a reading, or you want to give the reading to someone who is wanting to heal their own mama drama trauma. So only for individuals who are interested in learning more about mama drama trauma does the Lunar and Great Mother Speaks reading special from regularly $85 and $65 to $50 extend from April 30th. So Mother's Day, I believe, is the second Sunday in May. Is it the second or first? Whatever Mother's Day is. Up until Mother's Day, you can still book for MDT related issues or questions in your life that you're wanting to heal as a Mother's Day gift from me to you. So with no further ado, these are your Scorpio full moon readings.
Hello, Cancer, Leo moon people. Welcome to your Scorpio full moon reading. Scorpio is rebirth and regeneration, isn't it? And so in the Western astrology, Scorpio is shining brightly, being reflected by a Taurus sun. So that sun is making a very bright full moon. I think they say this is a pink moon. And so that really has to do with the light reflecting the dust particles floating up from the earth. And remember, nothing is solid, nothing stands still. And so that creates kind of that auric pink color field, which is the color, speaking of signs and symbols, of self-love. And this moon being in the sidereal in Libra and the sun being in Aries, having that kind of active balancing energy, is speaking to that interior space here with moon sign readings, being able to balance that interior space, perhaps with a little bit of that self-love, right? This is happening for you in your fourth house. So the domesticity, home, has a lot to do with self-love. That's where we learn it. That is where it is cultivated and where we share it with others. Of course, we cannot share what we do not have. And this full moon in a Libra, Scorpio, is calling that through for you. Of course, in your sidereal, your moon sign is Cancer. So Cancer is that home, that domestic, that home body, so to speak, sign. But it's also the one that is most connected to Great Mother lunar energies. It is ruled by the sixth chakra, which is ruled by the moon. That's why we call the sidereal, the Vedic astrology, the soul astrology. It is a lunar astrology. Great Father, the sun, dominates Western astrology, that active, emotional energy, which is what your moon sign is in Leo. So let's look at how you're approaching this full moon, Virgo. Let's look at how you're approaching it, Cancer, Leo moon people. You're approaching it with a lot of clarity about needing to leave a bad situation behind. Now, I want to take a moment and look at what your new moon suggested readings were for the Aries new moon. And we want to do that because this Pachamama card comes up when we really have recognized that a situation at home is not working for us. Look at this. It's a root chakra waning gibbous moon card. So root chakra is home. That's the tribe. That's where we feel safe and secure. And so maybe some of you are feeling a need to leave a current person or situation, to break camp, to break up, to vamos, commune with nature. This is all about communing with the earth, the trees, the ground, the sea, the fairies. And so maybe some of you, it's just a matter of just needing a break. You know, you just need to get out of the house, and spring is upon us. And, you know, whether other people want to come with you or not, you know, you just vamping. You need to go. And so if you're feeling that way, Great Mother is coming through and she's confirming that as it has to do with this fourth house home energy, Cancer in your sidereal. You're downloading from your soul. Your soul needs to breathe the air. It needs to reground itself in the earth through your body. This moon is conjunct Jupiter. And so Jupiter is in Libra Scorpio right now. So this is an amplified full moon energy that is really showing you that this is where you're coming from. This is how you're approaching this full moon, and that some steps need to be taken with regard to this home space working for you. Mother Nature is calling you to heal yourself from feelings of abandonment and abuse in your home environment, or some type of mistreatment of some kind, perhaps. If you don't have mama drama trauma, maybe in some other way your life is being uprooted, forcing you to leave the situation, or just take a break for a minute, take a breather. You're getting those whispers that there are green pastures somewhere, or oceans or beaches calling your name and calling you to a bliss. And so are you going to answer it? Let's see. And about 2 weeks ago, Great Mother suggested, and you might want to look at those if you're new to the Great Mother Speaks channel. We work with the lunar energies. And so the new moon is when we plant our wishes, right? That's the seeding time. And the wishes suggested for you were, I want to easily find myself, trusting myself. I want to connect with others in ways that awaken my own sense of self-discovery. Maybe you're not finding that at home right now, and you really need that. You need to see yourself in new ways, and we often see that through the eyes of others. I want to the habit of losing the boundary of my own identity totally lifted from me. That happens at home, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, it happens all the time at home. We lose our own identity because of the tribal, that root chakra grounding that we have so deeply. And we see in the transformative opportunity position, Akhenaten, which is also a root chakra card. It is the law card. Great Father cards are law cards, the law, the word, the logos. And so the sun opposing this moon in your 10th house of wish fulfillment is all about fulfilling the law of mystery and divine order. Had to look at that for a minute. Still thinking about your wishes, what's coming through for you, This is a yang symbol. So that's active masculine energy with this root chakra. The root chakra is governed by Saturn, which is in your 6th house right now, conjunct Mars. You have a lot of masculine energy and this transformative opportunity to make this happen. If you need that time away, if you need to break away, what I call loving detachment and mama drama trauma, to heal mama drama trauma, we need a break. We need a beat to get back into ourselves, to recollect ourselves. And the waning gibbous moon with sharing and thanksgiving, not with anger, but with an attitude of sharing and thanksgiving. And you put that forward in your wishes. You want to see yourself in a new way. It's not about being upset with other people. Your wish, again, that wish fulfillment, the sun's coming through and it's giving you all this power, Cancer, Leo, Moon people, to fulfill that wish. In 10th house in the Western astrology, we talk about careers, we talk about awards, we talk about achievements. And the internal space of 10th house energy, we're talking about that soul wish fulfillment, that ego-soul alignment. And the soul did incarnate, okay? The yang symbol really basically is that incarnation symbol, the purpose of the physical manifestation of life. You putting forth the wish just 2 weeks ago, wanting the habit of losing the boundary of your own identity totally lifted from you. You're wanting to realize the purpose of that manifestation. You're wanting the law of mystery and divine order to come through for you, as it did for Akhenaten, the first ruler of the world to institute the worship of the one God. Right now, your purpose is looking at your home energy being amplified through the insight of the sun, that great father energy, balanced here with that 3rd quarter moon. What needs to be released and let go in order for you to do that? The home itself for a minute. Bye. Go somewhere, do something that is going to breathe that new life in you. You're getting all of this energetic support. Sun in 10th house, wish fulfillment, sun shining a light right on it, with Mars and Saturn conjunct, 2 very masculine energies in Sagittarius, Capricorn, offering you practical information about how to balance whatever you need to balance financially, emotionally, practically, organizationally in your life in order to make this happen is coming through for you. It is in your 6th house. You're getting those insights. You're getting those downloads. So Great Mother does not want you to overlook that. You have already divinely expressed your desire. Live it. Do it. Say goodbye to the old and allow the new to come through, which is what we have indicated with your transformative opportunity. 3rd quarter is about release and letting go. It's about forgiveness. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to get to this state. You were busy. You were otherwise disposed, which is why you caught yourself during the Aries new moon, the vernal equinox, the spring new moon. And now full moon with the awareness which Libra Scorpio gives us every year, this time of year, right? It's time to let go of the old and let the new in. Okay, she doesn't want you to overlook the fact it's important that you have rest and recuperation time indicated by the balsamic moon there. The center of your spread and of your reading being the crossroads says that you are not being seen with the new eyes that you want to be seen with. This is when Dorothy's in the witch's castle and Aunt Em comes through the crystal ball calling Dorothy's name. And Dorothy replies to her, Aunt Em, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I miss you. And she is not heard. So you may not be heard at this time, Cancer, Leo, Moon people. You may be feeling that you have been asking to be heard, or that you have been wanting people at home to see you in a new way. You probably have been moving towards some new modes of expression and being and creativity, and it's just not being seen, it's just not being recognized, but you are still calling out their name, so to speak, to recognize that, and that's why you need a break. It's not the job of other people in our interior space to recognize our growth and to recognize our creativity. It's good if they do, but the interior space is the interior space. It's for us. It's our growth. And if we are patient with the process and we work with the cycles in a way that allows us to see the process and become aware of how the process works, we cultivate a kind of acceptance and a patient awareness that realizes that we're always growing. Everyone is always growing. We're just doing it at our own pace, because in your shadow position, I see, is a full moon card, and it is the card of ARIES, which is self-mothering. Great Mother is saying, that's how I know it's not about other people needing to see who you are and where you are at this time. It's about you doing that. Cancer, Leo moon people, I know you care very deeply about others, and you know that if they were able to if it's not you in a new way that they need to see, it's something that is meaningful to you that you're wanting them to recognize. You need to reground yourself. This is root chakra full moon card in a way that you feel safe, grounded, and secure. And that's why taking a break is necessary. It's above the purification card, which means this is going to purify your heart. This is going to cleanse your heart. This is going to give you the energy that you need to easily trust your own instincts. One of your wishes there, to view your setbacks as opportunities for creative self-discovery. So you really are taking this personally, which is why the transformative opportunity is to honor the law of mystery and divine order. We don't always understand why things are the way they are or happen the way they do. And it's not because we're not worthy of knowing or blah, blah, this or blah, blah, that, but because our focus is always what is important for our highest good at the time. And at this time, what the focus is for your highest good is to make a decision to act on this challenge. This is what is for your highest good, your soul good, that Cancer and feeling of grounding yourself in the world through your intuitive connection with others, through your loving domestic connections with others in a sincere way, and not editing and modifying yourself to fit in ways and to stretch yourself out in ways that you feel will facilitate that, but allowing the energies that are present to support you in fulfilling your wishes, to do it in a way that honors who you are. As you said, you wanted to easily find yourself trusting yourself. Well, how do we trust ourselves? Through experience. And sometimes we have to just trust the process in order to experience the process and then know what we need to know to trust ourselves. The law of mystery and divine order is the pivotal card to do that, and that is in your transformative position. It's going to purify you. It's going to align your heart and your ego and your soul in a way that regrounds you at home, that you reprioritize your needs in a way that is of service and practicality to those in your home space. You don't realize it right now, but the way that you are doing your home life is not only not serving you, it's not serving them either. And that's what you've been trying to work with. That's what you've been trying to prevent and to modify, but you've been doing it in a kind of exterior space. Okay, so look at your sun sign. Maybe you've looked at some readings about your sun sign. If not, look at your sun sign reading here, and see what Great Mother was coming through for the moon sign people in your sun sign. It'll have some relevance for you because this is a full moon with the sun shining in your 10th house about your wish fulfillment. And so take a look at those wishes again at greatmotherspeaks.info. Review those, because she's saying that as you purify, it's going to allow you to release any remaining feelings of victimhood as a result of these challenges at home. Maybe there are just challenges with regard to your kids that you've been beating your head up against the wall about, and you just need a break to take a beat and completely redraft the whole situation. Cancer is the sidereal, and Libra is where the full moon is right now in the Vedic astrology, in the nakshatra of Chitra. So you have energetic support to look at redrafting your personal relationships, which is the energy of Chitra. It is the universal architect, it's called. And so it has a very strong-willed energy to network and to multi-purpose in order to fulfill a particular end of beautification. It's extremely brilliant, but it does have challenges at home. And so this energy is going to allow you to use this full moon in your 10th house to refocus again on the wishes you had during the new moon. Remember, the entire cycle goes from new moon to new moon. We're just in the middle of it at the full moon at this time, which is 2 weeks from the new moon, and 2 weeks from now we will be in another new moon. Okay, so we have new moon, full moon, and then back to new moon within a month's time. So 2 weeks ago was Aries new moon, and 2 weeks from now will be Taurus new moon, which is when you're going to really be grounding your new desires based on what you gain from the time that you take away in this 2-week interim to refocus. So we're not talking about planning a vacation next month. We're not talking about planning a vacation even within the next 3 weeks. We're talking about doing something in the next 2 weeks that will put you in a place where you're clearly back on your path of pleasure in your home environment, because this is full circle new moon. Your new moon wishes having to do with connecting with others in ways that awaken your own sense of self-discovery. So that self-discovery is going to bring you a new sense of pleasure. You're going to be able to clearly know what areas in your life keep you in a state of fear and what areas in your life really encourage and propel you to follow your bliss. And you're going to get so many downloads about how to fulfill your bliss and how to really reground yourself securely at home and reorganize your space and your relationships, that redrafting, that architectural energy from this Chitra. You got to work with the timing when the timing occurs. The moon is going to be in a completely different nakshatra, in 2.5 days. So we work with the energies as Great Mother comes through, and she's coming through for you, and she's saying, bye, go. Do what you need to do. I don't care if it's taking off an afternoon someplace where you can go and sit by a lake. You need to do that. Shut it down, because these are the energies, no matter how convenient or inconvenient they seem, that are supporting the fulfillment of your wishes. The sun is in your 10th house just waiting on you. Cancer, Leo, moon people, and your moon sign is ruled by the sun. So isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? By the new moon, you will have this clarity, and Uranus in Taurus conjunct the moon, which will take the seeding of your new insights and revelations to reground yourself. You have 3 root chakra cards here in ways that you want to now, but you're not clear about how to do it. Great Father is about doing. Great Mother is about feeling. So you have all this energy about doing. Mars and Saturn in your 6th house, practicality, your service to the world, to others, your family, work-life balance. There's insight that's wanting to come through about what to do. Okay, but you're going to have to follow the law of mystery and divine order to manifest that by letting go of any remaining feelings of victimhood. By following this intuitive guidance, and what in this reading resonates with you, Your outcome is going to be learning and living the law. And the law is ego-soul alignment. The law is being able to trust our visceral unctions, our instinctual survival unctions, our emotions enough to truthfully and authentically state them to ourselves in order to identify with the particular principle or point of view that's trying to come through and inform us, make us aware about where we are in our journeys, enough for us to anticipate what the intuitive response is going to be. This is the Moses card. And that's exactly what Moses had to do in leading the people out of Israel. He was not given a map. He wasn't born in Israel. He was born in Israel, wasn't he? But he was put on a little reed raft as a wee baby. He didn't remember. He was raised in Egypt. He didn't know how to get back to Israel. He was guided every step of the way. He had to trust his gut. And so that's what living and learning the law is all about. That will be your outcome of all of this, and what is probably coming to you as a surprise in terms of what needs to be enacted to facilitate this self-mothering, which will in turn facilitate the exact, appropriate, practical, and functional mothering at home, be you male or female. Home is all about that domestic, loving, nurturing space. By pursuing this in a way that feels right for you, that works for you, that is genuine, by the next new moon or the next first quarter moon, which is a week after the new moon, by the 21st, the third week in May or so, you're going to feel more in your body. You're going to feel more grounded about how your reactions serve you and serve your loved ones at home. And you're going to be able to see what are perceived as setbacks now as the opportunities that they are to create your new self and those boundaries that you need to honor your unique identity in the world. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking. But above all and most of all, remember, Great Mother loves you. And I do too.
Great Mother speaks. I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole, Hathor, Isis, Diana.
For more information
Maya,
about
Ishtar,
Mama
Kali,
Drama Trauma,
Mammy,
visit
and
mamadramatrauma.info.